What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. First and foremost, good morning. Football has begun. Yes, here we are, Miami Dolphins, reporting to training camp today, July 27th. We made it. We made it. Oh, man, it's always the off season where it's like, oh, we got to get through and get on the other side so that we can make it to camp. And the day has arrived. We are here. It is camp time. Breaking news coming out of Miami to start camp off. We already got great news. All-pro cornerback Xavien Howard reports to training camp. Yes, cleats in his hand. Shows up to camp. Now, I know y'all saw the little clip of him walking in the camp with his cleats in his hands and stuff. But, I also noticed, Jakeem Grant was walking out. They were like, all right, peace. No, I don't know what that means anything. But I think that was Jakeem Grant who passed his way, X on his way in, Grant on his way out, man. But it's great news. Okay, he's showing up to camp at least, He brought his cleats, so I don't think it's going to be a sit-in. So we shall see. All we need to do is hear that he's participating. That's going to be the most important thing. We need to just find out whether or not he's going to participate, because that's going to be important. If he participates, it's all a go, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think he's going to just show up and then go through camp and then just say, I'm not playing in the game or nothing. He's here. We gave him a contract. He's going to have to honor that. If they decide to give him more, they will. If they don't, they don't. And if they still decide to trade him, they'll trade him. If they don't, they don't. And at the end of the day, it is a good sign, though, that he has shown up. Few other pieces of news. We signed the tight end yesterday. Camp body, hopefully, unless he makes a mark on the game and balls out and earns a spot on the team. We were basically replaced them. It wasn't an additional tight end. We replaced him with Jabri Blount, the basketball player tight end that we brought in. And it's not because Blount was an issue or they wanted to upgrade, but Blount must have had an injury because they waived him with an injury settlement. They waived him and gave him an injury settlement. So he may have gotten hurt or tweaked somehow, and they settled on a contract. And basically, usually their contract isn't guaranteed, but if you get hurt, then it starts to become guaranteed, and he may have got hurt somehow. And they went ahead and settled with him, gave him some money, and waived him. So they brought in another tight end as well. So we'll keep our eyes on that situation. Again, going through camp, players to keep your eyes on. Xavien Howard, number 1 on the list. Tua Tagovailoa, number 2 on the list. Mike Gesicki, number 3 on the list. Devontae Parker, number 4. And Emmanuel Ogbah, I would say, is number 5. Just players that you really want to keep your eyes on, because they're going to always be evaluated from a standpoint of guys that could be moved. Now, notable mentions, excuse me, Jakeem Grant, Albert Wilson, guys like that who can save the team money, who doesn't have many guarantees on their contract. Those are guys that could end up on the chopping block as well. And not the chopping block like getting cut, but traded. We got a lot of guys on this team that have value that could get traded. But these guys are in camp today. They're here to put in work and let the games begin, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's early in the morning. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to start doing more morning shows. Y'all know when the season ramp up, I start coming live in the morning. But y'all got to hit that like button. We got 70 people watching right now, but no one's hitting the like button. So punch the like button. No one knows that we're live. You know how YouTube gets. So hit that like button. Show your love and support to the channel. Scott Jackson said X is great Watson bait. Well, we'll see. I'm like, man, I can't wait till they ask Flores questions in the press conference. And if these beat writers don't ask any of the tough questions, man, shame on them. I'm just waiting to see, because you know one thing I thought about last night. We're all Dolphin fans. We just want to see the team win. But it baffles me that if they aren't trying to pursue Deshaun Watson, or at least interested in inquiring, the Miami Dolphins let this story go for 5 months pretty much without even making a statement about not even making a statement to just end it. But the Miami Dolphins were not interested in Xavien Howard, knowing that the news had been out. I mean, not Xavien Howard, but Deshaun Watson, knowing that the news has been out here going crazy. They could have easily have made a statement anytime, any day of the week, at any point, easily. But they haven't. Remember last year when they were talking about X on the trade block and all this and that? They came out and they made a statement. We are not looking to trade Xavien Howard. We are not actively seeking a trade for Xavien Howard. They came out and they made a statement to take care and nip that in the bud right away. Man. But we'll see. Time will tell. All right. The Triple S podcast with the donation. Shout out to the homie. Said, given X's injury history and potential plans to trade him, could him sitting for some or all of camp activities be a blessing in disguise? Preserve his health and get a closer look at Noah and Co. No, I don't think you sit him. You don't sit him unless you know that you're actively trying to trade him. You don't sit him. You let him show up to camp and perform and play. We're not worried about his injury history because that's a part of the game. You got to take those chances. It is what it is. Because you don't want him coming out half speed. You don't want none of that mess. Let him come out, put the work in, get to training camp and put the work. Just get to work. Get in the dirt. Get to work. Shout out to Natural Vibes in Thailand watching right now. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you. We got 99 people watching. Y'all hit that like button. We got to get over 100. Punch that like button. All you got to do is help out by hitting the like button, y'all. But camp starts today, man. Brian Flores, his pressure is usually around 10:10. So I'll probably go live around 11 to talk about the things that he said, if not sooner. So I will be covering that. Y'all know me, man. I'm going to cover everything I can. I don't know if we're going to get news out of camp. You know, these first few days, they usually hush mouth. They don't talk about what happened. You just see a whole bunch of players sweating. They come out and then they start talking about their day, but we don't usually get great details. That's why on Saturday, I will be at training camp. I'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well. So I'm going to do 5 days of training camp, and I'll be there giving you reporting and everything that I see. And what I hear and what I know. All right. But so don't expect crazy news coming out of the day unless we just luck out and someone there is giving, some play-by-play action or some of what's going on in camp. But we shall see. All right, appreciate y'all helping get over 100. But again, hit that like button. So we got 63 people right now watching that didn't hit the like button. Come on, man, hit that like button. Y'all don't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. Punch that like button. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Some of y'all ain't even subscribed. Hit that like button, all right? All you got to do is remove the chat, hit the like, and bring it back. If you're on your phone. If you're on a desktop, that like button is right there in front of your face. There you go. I appreciate y'all who hitting the like button now. Thank you. And dislike. Appreciate the one person who disliked as well. Thanks for the engagement. All right. Appreciate that. All right. Let me go to the comment section, see what y'all got to say. In my opinion, he definitely would. I think Watson would make us contenders for years to come. He's just that good, in my opinion. I mean, that's everybody's opinion, Justice. Only the people that want to ignore the facts in that regard are those who don't want to see Tua go. And, ain't nothing wrong with them being fans like that. They love the kids. So if I love Tua the way they love Tua, I wouldn't want to see him go either. Because once you lock on to a player, that's your guy, So I don't see them pulling the trigger on Watson unless absolutely necessary. The organization has shown that this season will be focused on Tua and finding out what he has to offer. How did they show that, Isaac? How has the organization shown that this season will be focused on Tua? Name one thing they did to show that this season will be focused on Tua, that if Tua wasn't the quarterback, they would have done anyway, that they should have done anyway. See, because a lot of people use general terms like that. They've done everything to focus on Tua. Like what? Bringing in receivers, which it doesn't matter what quarterback we have, they should do. Tell me, like what? Getting a better defense? That was for Tua? No, that's for this team. They have done nothing to focus on Tua. They have done everything to focus on this team. Period. They hired a QB coach that was working with Tua in the past. First of all, the man didn't work with Tua in the past like y'all make it seem. The man was a coach at a quarterback camp with all quarterbacks, giving 20 quarterbacks or 12 quarterbacks or whatever instructions, and all of them followed it. That's not in relation to working with Tua. It's not. It's not at all. The guy is a great quarterback coach, period. Took the words right out of my mouth, TD. I know. The guy is a great quarterback coach, period, and he got hired. He don't have this. It's not like this man was in Alabama as his quarterback coach. No, this kid spent a few days with a group of other players and the coach. It wasn't, hey, Tua, I'm going to take you to the side and just work with you and get to know. No, none of that. The organization made moves for this team. They've done nothing specific for Tua that they don't do for every quarterback. They brought in somebody with Josh Rosen to work with, a quarterback coach. How did that go? How did that end up? How did that end up? All I'm saying is, they have shown you nothing that the focus is Tua. He's just our quarterback right now. And he's going to be given every opportunity to be the guy for this franchise for years to come if they can't secure a better deal. And that goes for anyone on the team. And that goes for anyone on the team. There's no one exempt. There's no one exempt. Shout out to the homie EM up early in the morning. That's what's up, man. Well, you always up early. But appreciate you stopping through this morning, man. But yeah, man, like I said, this camp is going to be exciting. I just hope that we get some good information coming out of it. Again, y'all hit that like button. More people coming in as y'all hit the like button. I just hope that we get more out of it, information. But Xavien Howard has showed up. But we'll see, him showing up, that's half the battle. He still wants more money. He still wants his contract situation resolved. And maybe he does get it resolved. Maybe they feel real good. Maybe they say, I'm glad you showed up. That showed good faith. Let's talk about it or something. You never know. Sometimes a team may just want to see how you handle a situation. You never know. You might look up and Miami Dolphins have restructured Xavien Howard's deal. You never know. So we'll see. Shout out to all the members of the channel. What's up, Stetson? If you're a member, appreciate you. If you're not a member, you have the opportunity. Go to the homepage of my channel and click on join, and you will be able to become a member of TDPHINSTALK. Pick one of the packages. But like I said, man, we have a lot of things that we're going to keep our eyes on because anything can happen at any moment. But I will tell you, I know I said Xavien Howard's situation is number one to keep an eye on, but the truth is Tua Tagovailoa's situation is number one. How does he look in practice? How is he doing in practice? I ain't talking about them soft practices, 7-on-7 drills and all that stuff. No live defense out there. Just, you know what I mean? Last year, it just was brutal. All the beat writers was like, man, Fitz is leaps and bounds better than Tua and Rosen. Now, are we going to get some praise for Tua this year? That's what it's about. We need to see it in camp. But the real thing is going to be when they practice against the Bears and the Falcons. Ain't no more hiding. Ain't no more familiarity of what the defenders, because he know our defense very well. He know what we like to do. He know what our players like to do. He know their tendencies. But that's why I love the two joint practices. You get a different look. You got the Bears and you got the Falcons. What are you going to put out there? That's what matters. I can't wait for those. Because if he doesn't have a good week this week and next week, it don't even matter. If this week and next week ain't good, man, it doesn't even matter. What's up, Yassine from Paris, man? We got people all around the world tuned in right now. If we pay X, does that shut the Watson rumors down because of him allegedly being in the package? No, Justice, because if we trade X, the team that retain his services will be paying him what we'll probably pay him anyway. So it'll just still be a trade. It doesn't change anything. If we sign X to a $22 million, just hypothetically, of course, if we gave him $22 million a year right now with a whole bunch of guarantees and stuff, that's still tradable. It's still tradable. Because the team that he gets traded to, they're going to have to look at his contract because that's why he wants out. So it really doesn't matter. Oh, didn't get an alert. I know the notifications aren't being sent out, man, but it's all good. We make it happen. We make it happen. That's why we said Jerome Baker could be involved in the trade. Ball Game said, anyone really doubt he would show up to camp? I didn't know, honestly, Ball Game. I gotta be honest. I just didn't know. I ain't know what to expect in this situation. How much hardball he was playing. He ain't show up to mini camps, but that ain't nothing compared. But I didn't know because that agent in his ear, I don't know what approach he wanted to take. But again, nobody want to start missing out on $50K a practice. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is serious business, man. TD, do you think we would trade for Watson? Man, I don't know at this point. All I know is right now the focus needs to be on Tua, because let me tell you what Brian Flores is going to say today in his presser. I can only speak about players that are on this roster. That's what Brian Flores is going to tell y'all today. When they start asking about Watson, he's going to say all I can do is speak about active players on this roster. So the focus right now is on Tua Tagovailoa. And we need him to come out to camp and show his improvement. We need him to come out in camp and be that leader that everyone raves that he's becoming, and take control of this team. Start to silence all of this conversation. We've been saying this for weeks now. There is one person that can end all of this, and that's Tua Tagovailoa, by just playing great football. So that's where we are right now. The whole Watson thing, camp has started. From my understanding, Tua has reported. Therefore, this is the focus right now. Everything else, when it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. But we need to keep our eyes on Tua. Now, don't get me wrong. If he come out and he starts struggling right off the bat, it's going to get louder. Yeah, the conversation is going to keep sinking in. It's inevitable. But, right now, I think it's important as Dolphin fans to focus on Tua right now, because we're here. It's camp time. And Brian Flores is right, even though he's trying to avoid questions. He's right in this regards. All he can do is talk about and focus on what we have on the roster right now. And Tua Tagovailoa is our starting quarterback. And that's what he's going to say today. All we can do is focus on the guys we have on our roster right now. Tua Tagovailoa is our starting quarterback. And yeah, they're going to go crazy. Oh, Brian Flores just said Tua our starting quarterback. We ain't trading for Watson. We already know we're going to get that. Ain't nothing new. But let's see. Let's see what Tua do. I say rally. Let's root him on. And hopefully we can get a winning team this year. That's all it's about. No matter how we do it, we got to win. Playoffs is the goal. Playoffs are the goal, ladies and gentlemen. That's the goal. Playoffs, that's the goal. No matter how you slice it, playoffs is the goal. And hopefully we achieve that, because we need to, man. The organization owes us. I've been saying this for 3 years. The organization owes us, ladies and gentlemen. They owe us. Preseason games is important for Tua before they make a trade. I agree. But again, I think those practices in preseason are more important. Why? Because in preseason, you're only going to see a series or two, a quarter. But those practices against the Bears, those practices against the Falcons, that's what's going to be important. That's what's going to be important. All right. Anywho, y'all, again, we got 193 people watching, 94 likes. Punch that like button, help the channel out, guys. Listen, I want y'all to put in the comment section right now, if you can, who are you most interested in seeing in training camp this year ball out for the Dolphins? You know who I think is going to be important, like a very important person to turn the corner and just ball out this year, like make us change our mind, like, oh, okay. You know who that is? Noah Igbinoghene. Because at the end of the day, let's keep it 1,000, y'all. The situation, even if X plays for us this year, the situation that happened, he's no longer long-term with us. Even if he plays this year, even if he plays next year, it's not long-term. At some point, we will be replacing him. It's just the truth. We still need somebody to step up at that position where we feel good if he gets hurt. if X gets hurt, or we have to trade him. We still need someone, or next year he moves on. We still need to find that solidified corner opposite Byron Jones now to get the job done. I love to see you Super Bowl. I never seen one in my life. Me too. When I was the Dolphins. But yeah, it's very important. Very important. Now I know the Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores is supposed to be available at 10-10, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see something real quick. Give me a second real quick. One moment, y'all. All right. Yeah, they don't have it loaded yet. Yeah, but Brian Flores is supposed to be giving his presser soon this morning, and I will be live about that presser, okay? Seeing what he had to say. Anyway, I'm not going to bore y'all too much. Y'all going to see a lot of me today. I'm going to be in and out, man. Every bit of news that comes across, we will be live. We're going to get back to those people about fantasy between today and tomorrow, so keep checking your however you sent me and Finsanity, keep checking so we can get back to you. Outside of that, man, thanks for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all stay tuned. Camp has arrived. The season has begun. Let's get it, Dolphins. This is our year. And hopefully we can get to the promise. Oh, I ain't closed it out the right way. See y'all soon.